And we're live.
And we're live.
Woohoo!
That is that. I didn't get to it fast enough. I wanted the close up in there. So how's everyone doing? Welcome to the show. We are talking about movies about cars today, right? That's the topic.
Yeah.
Car movies.
Topic stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, car movies.
Oh wow! Did you just like go to the sun there, bud?
Get that out of here.
We started today with camera issues. I've got bars on my screen and I can't let it go.
You can't let it go, even though they've been there
for not the whole time. No, it's just not even that they've been there. It's the fact that your camera is the same camera as mine.
Yeah,
which have the same settings, yet they're not the same, and I'm having issues.
We'll have to figure that out later.
There just wasn't enough time. Sometimes there's not enough time.
Not enough time.
So before we get into our topic today, how was your guys' Saturday, man? Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday.
What day is it?
I mean, it's probably Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what kind of week it's been actually for me.
I mean, if you just based it off the fact that somebody a long time ago kept counting right, it's probably Friday.
God, we need to start making shirts.
Just saying.
It's probably Friday.
It's probably Friday.
Dean, how are you doing, brother?
Saturday, whatever it takes.
But you're trusting a lot of people that didn't even have calculators. So hey.
Well, I mean, I feel like they, just marked it on the wall.
Yeah. And
big
what happens when I mean, we all go off like Mayan calendar. They disappeared. So what does that say?
I'm gonna say that ended like, what was it, 2012? Isn't that when that ended? They made movies about that. Here we are.
Yeah, probably not car movies, but
well, there were a lot of cars in that one where they're driving through LA in the limo, and it's freaking LA's falling in the ground. That's the one with
that one.
No, that's John Cusack is in it. The poles are shifting and everything's coming apart. God, what is
if we start throwing like world-ending movies into this conversation, there's so many of those.
The reason I bring it up and I'm getting into it is we've talked about some of these movies that are car movies are because of a car scene, and the scene where he's driving a limo with his family in the back through LA as LA is falling into the ocean is a pretty sick. He drives through a building at one point. I mean, it's very Tokyo or not Tokyo.
Tokyo Drift,
not Tokyo Drift, but Fast and Furious. They drive through buildings, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, we could get on a whole conversation about how bad that franchise has become.
Well, I think it has left the
realm of reality. What?
Well, no, of car movies. You know what I mean? The car has not been the plot of the movie. Well, I guess they never really were the plot of the movie. That comes down to a great question.
The car in Fast and Furious kind of has superpowers.
It depends on what one you're talking about, but yes, that does happen. Okay, but listen, they're not the first ones to do superpowers on cars. I mean, I feel like that's a trope.
Transformers, yeah.
Christine, Transformers, what was it? Maximum Overdrive.
Well, that was a meteor.
Powers, man.
That's true. But Transformers is not car powers. That is robots disguised as cars.
Okay, fine.
So that's a completely different deal. Well,
no, it's a robot movie. It's not a car movie.
Yeah,
it's a robot movie.
I would
that makes sense. I can go with that. All right, fair enough.
When a robot gets to pick what kind of car they are, that's a whole different other deal.
Yeah, and they play loose and fast with that, especially in the very first movie where it's like it was an older Camaro and now I'm a new Camaro because we're selling new Camaros now. Yeah,
because General Motors paid us to do this.
I kind of like the original one better.
Well, I mean, yeah. I liked the idea that it was. I liked the idea that it was crappy on the outside and it was like pristine under the hood. The way they had it in that movie, I did like that.
Let's go back to the fact that I'm pretty sure I'm not a Transformer buff here, but he wasn't a Camaro ever before that movie, right?
I don't know.
I thought it was like a bug.
I honestly couldn't tell you. I know he was a bug in the movie. So James Bond movies then are car movies because the cars always feature in those movies for like they talk about it when he's doing the upgrades and he gets the car, he does things in the car. It always, comes in. I mean, James Bond movies are car movies.
I have one of those here. I have a car? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's not this big, but it's here.
Hey, Fox, welcome to the show.
Can't find it.
There.
I think you should. We should have all the movie cars in this that we can.
Okay, so Bumblebee was originally a Volkswagen Bug, so that was all
and
done.
He starts out the movie as a Volkswagen Bug. He switches. Remember?
Oh, I don't remember it.
At the car lot, I think he pulls in as a Volkswagen Bug or something like that, and then he says something about this hunk of crap, and then he like changes again. He changes like 3 times, I think, in that movie. You're gonna have to fact check it on your 27. I think that was to keep some continuity, but
yeah, maybe continuity for the fanboys that are like, he's a Volkswagen Bug. This is bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. So they show him coming in, and then they kind of establish that he can change. Also, they can make him a brand new car. Oh, and so that's the question: did they pay them to put it in the movie, or did they just say, "Here, this is our new car. Put it in your movie"? Like, at what point does it change from? Because we were talking earlier about the what was it?
Dodge. And essentially giving cars, renting them for $1 a day to movie theaters.
And that's what made them get into. But I feel like at a certain point, the car manufacturer is like, hey, my car is iconic. You should pay us to put the car in your movie. Or does it go, hey, we want you to put it in your movie, so we'll pay you to put this car in there, like product placement?
Yeah, I do think at a certain point, I don't think car companies are being smart. If somebody says, hey, I want to put our car in your movie, they're probably just going to be like, sure, we're not going to pay you for that. We'll just take whoever wants it for free.
Yeah, so the other end of that comes, you put a car in your movie, and it's my car, and I'm like, no.
Well, and to go completely off subject to movies, if you watch a lot of TV shows and you actually pay attention to the commercials, you'll actually see them using nothing but Hyundais and then like 10 Hyundai commercials on that show.
Or they won't say whose car it is, and it'll have like a black piece of paper over or whatever it is.
They're not paying whoever to have that car or vice versa.
Yeah, however the thing works with that, yeah.
Okay, guys, here. Our first movie car for the night.
There we go.
See, I've never been a fan of these cars.
And I believe it's got an ejection seat. Let me see here.
Ejectocito, cuz? Oh, hell yeah.
It did not eject.
Oh, did he get Skylinked or did I?
He just got Skynetted for sure.
Yeah.
Are we all Skynet people here?
I mean, I am, but I'm not being turned off. All right, I am way behind.
You had to know that I was going to get. You had to know that I was going to get Starlinked.
Starlinked.
I'm just glad it happens to you and not me.
It's done.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's also got it's got the bulletproof shield that pops up on the back.
Nice.
I don't remember which James Bond movie this car was in, but yeah, it's iconic for James Bond. DB9 or something.
Yeah, one of the iconics. But I mean, I don't know. Especially with those, it was always cars they were trying to sell at the time. You know what I mean?
It was in a movie with gold in the title. Or Doctor.
Goldfinger?
Gold or Doctor? Dr. Gold?
Dr. Goldenfinger.
It was Dr. No or Goldfinger, right?
No and Goldenfinger? That sounds like a bad porn. So people will actually say Triple X is a car movie then, if you want to throw in the fact that they completely murdered a GTO in that movie.
I mean, yeah. And the Corvette at the beginning, or is it a Viper in the beginning?
I think it's Corvette.
Whatever it is, he jumps it off a bridge. But I mean, I guess that is where you start going, what is a car movie? Because I think doesn't essentially a majority of the movie need to take place in or around a car theme in order. Like, okay, Gone in 60 Seconds, obviously a car movie because it's all about cars and it's shot in cars a lot. Both of them are shot in a lot of car. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, they're both car movies for sure.
Yeah. So, but then there's, Dudes and I were talking about this earlier. Not a lot of hardcore car movies are good movies. Like from a movie, you know what I mean?
Perspective. Yeah, you're selling it to people and they're going to enjoy the car because they're not going to enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, like, give an example of that because I think you'd be talking about something like Smokey and the Bandit. That was a pretty schlocky 70s movie that was awesome.
It was a comedy, though. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like Bullet.
Movie.
Is it?
No.
No, Bullet is not a car movie, but it has an epic car chase.
It does, but that's the thing. Bullet is not a great movie. In my mind. It is a car movie. I think Bullet is got a really. It's up there for a car movie, but Bullet's not a good movie.
No, it's not a good movie. Like, I mean, the only part you watch is the car chase.
It's the car chase. Yes,
well, that makes it a car movie then. If that's all you're watching is the car part, then it's a car movie.
Especially for how much of the movie was that part of the movie. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of like when you remember a movie, what did you remember about it? If you remember like a certain scene or you just remember the car, I guess that makes it a car movie to some and a movie to others, like Days of Thunder. That's a car movie. What do we remember about it?
Okay, well, let's bring this into modern times with the Fast and Furious then.
Becky, how are you doing?
As car movies for sure.
I would say that, yes. And they departed that pretty quickly. Well, I'd say that, the first one, I don't know, man. I don't know where you really draw the line for them departing cars. I guess when we started shooting in space.
They are still car movies.
And they're still not good movies.
They're not good movies.
I think everything's stacking up here.
No, you know what? They're fine. They're entertaining movies.
I'm not saying they're bad. No, I'm not. And don't get me wrong here.
Right. They're not necessarily well written or have epic plots or anything like that. But they're exactly what they're supposed to be. Go in, shut your brain off, enjoy the flash and the effects and everything else in the car chases. You're good.
And that's the other thing. Fast and the Furious franchise has been based on. Well, we originally had cars. Well, that only sells so many videos. Now we could just add star power. See what the biggest actors we can jam into this franchise to get people to watch it for them and them alone.
Yes and no, because you've only done that with Statham and The Rock. Everyone else, no one said, hey, we added Tyrese and freaking Ludacris to this, and that's star power we brought to make the show here. I mean, yes, they have done that, but in some cases, but the majority of that cast is not A-list celebrities that are,
okay, with the last one, I have to be with Dudes on the last one here because, they kind of, you put Jason Momoa in it, and then
listen, yes, we sold out. Obviously, sold out at some point.
I just heard now that Vin Diesel now is beeping with Jason Momoa. I mean, that seems to be a trend as well.
Vin Diesel doesn't play well with others.
I don't know anything to this situation, and I feel the fact that with people that know too much about celebrities' do's and don'ts are wasting their time. But I feel like that dude seems to always have a problem with other people. And at a certain point, you got to be like, if I'm only meeting assholes, maybe I'm the asshole.
Or maybe it's sold some extra tickets, so he's just going to keep right on doing it.
I don't know, man.
Good publicity stunt.
No, because here's the thing: I don't know why that's a good publicity stunt. I'm not going to
nobody likes Vin Diesel.
But I'm not going to go see a movie that is, let's face it, I don't care who you put in it. It's a Vin Diesel, and he's going to say family and some other bullshit in it 17 times. And nitrous it's going to be the same cliches that we recycle. And then there's going to be all this other bull on there. I mean, you can't say that him saying he doesn't like these people and we're going to fight these people and they won't come back does anything to make any real people go
I suppose, but there's also the fact that if you put so many alpha type characters in one place, you're bound to have issues.
Nope. The Expendables franchise is going to be there is nothing but
you
what you would think.
Valid argument there. Yes.
So it can be done.
We can't talk about that.
It's not a car movie, but it speaks to the
point. Actually, technically it is, because the Expendables has a really sweet Ford in it that has like 20 gears and like 7 levels of gas pedal and has an insanely good
car chase.
It makes no sense.
Okay, so now
that is just car porn. So that's the trick. Is there a difference between a movie that just has car porn?
Oh yeah, God. John Wick. Yeah. True.
Well, so here's the problem.
That whole movie's based around a car and a
Last Action Hero, one of the best car races.
Jesus. Last Action Hero, my boy.
I love it when that minivan or whatever goes flipping through. I laugh my butt off every time. That is one of the most underrated movies in my opinion.
I'm all over tonight on the Blues Brothers for sure. Car movie.
But see, that's a car.
Motor.
See, I liked Blue Brothers as a movie, and I don't care if the car was there or not.
As long as it has
it's got Carrie Fisher in it, so
I guess I don't view that one as a car movie because I didn't care if the car was there or not. The movie was a decent movie.
It's a good movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
But that's like saying Back to the Future is a car movie. No, it was a good movie.
Like saying freaking what is it? Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Yep.
Well, lots of people say that. It is a Christmas movie. Everyone watches it on Christmas, man. Christmas Eve. That's right up there with Christmas Vacation and Chevy Chase.
Yeah, but that actually had Christmas involvement. This just happened to happen during Christmas.
On Christmas, yeah.
They were having like a Christmas party. I mean,
have a good one.
Definitely.
Back when the bad guys were what? What were they like?
Bad guys?
Yeah.
Hans. They were Germans.
Yeah, there you go. We were just going old school bad guy.
Yeah. It's just the old, who can we make bad guys out of? The Germans.
There was an epic actor.
You just give them some sort of random European accent and they can be terrorists. It's fine.
Eastern European, sprinkle in a little terrorism, call it a day. Writing, I will say, because they're in the middle of a writing strike right now, aren't they? I will say, I find it a little bit funny when they talk about, writing and all this, and I just see the same tropes and things just recycled and reused, and I'm just like, how original is what you're doing? Okay, cool.
Nah, let's just put a car in it. And I think there's something to be said, like, so there's a lot of people that talk about 1967 hardtop sport sedan Impala is now famous because it was on a TV show. So you could go all the way off of topic to let's go away from movies and talk about cars that are famous because they were in a TV show. Because you actually have a more famous. Yeah.
Third gen Trans Am.
I got
Kit. That became a Mustang though, so it ruined it.
Yeah.
I got really good money. For an Impala, for a 4-door Impala.
But it was also a 57 Chevy at one point.
He's got a good point. Vanishing Point is actually a good car movie, but a terrible movie.
Terrible film.
Terrible film.
Terrible.
French Connection.
It's an art piece.
Well, so I think the Italian Job mini scene, I think, is one of the up until that point better, done car scenes, but he can't call that. I don't think that's a car movie. There's a lot of boat and chasing, and I don't know. They're moving around.
Which Italian Job movie? The first one?
The Marky Mark one, yeah. The second one, not the first one.
I just wanted to make sure you were talking about the second. I think.
Listen, you and I both know I haven't seen any of the old ones.
You'll also have people that'll say a good car movie is Talladega Nights.
I've said this before, and I'll get the hate every single time. I do not like Will Ferrell flagship things. It's just a bunch of one-liners strung together. The people that like Talladega Nights and think it's a good movie,
But it goes back to it's not just a racing movie. There's a 69 Chevelle, 68 Chevelle in there, and that was a big part of that show.
Listen, I can't take anything you say seriously if you use it the same as that. I just want to go fast.
There are so many great. There are so many great one-liners in Talladega Nights. It's not funny. I mean, that is a funny movie. But is it a car movie? Not really. Is it a great movie? Nope. But it's got
totally
some great
a car
one-liners.
movie.
I don't care what anybody says.
They rip around in a Chevelle in that whole movie, car movie.
And you know what?
So that's the definition.
You convinced me, Ricky Bobby.
Ask Google what what defines to make a car movie. We probably should have done some research on that.
You know what?
Dawn, nice to have you in here. I am a remake guy personally.
No, I think we're going to end up with better movies because of the writer's strike. Because they're just going to go to the AI. The AI is going to write the script, and we're going to have better shows.
Well, they're not. What was they saying on the Deadpool show? They're not allowed to do any changing to the script because of the way it's being done, I guess, or something.
Oh, is that what that? I didn't read any articles, but I kept seeing them pop up.
Yeah, so Ryan Reynolds is notorious for ad-libbing and changing things on because the writers are all gone, they're not allowed to change the script at all, apparently.
Oh.
See? Dawn says remake too.
No, Dawn, you're wrong.
No.
They always tell me I'm wrong too.
It's why you're wrong.
Dawn in 60 Seconds, the second one, is not a good movie either.
No,
I'm not saying it isn't, but I just like the newer one better.
If you understand, that the remake never should have been made, and exactly why it never should have been made, that is why it's bad. Like, it is a complete slap in the face to anything that's not big business than the fact that it got remade. Like, that guy made a movie on his own against Hollywood's wishes, paid for all himself, and made this epic car scene crash fest crazy movie and said, "Screwed you, Hollywood." And then he died in the making of the second one.
Yep. And then his family freaking sold his soul and everyone else's soul and went after everyone in a blazing corporate greed.
And that's why I can't like the second one. I don't care how amazing the second one is.
I don't take anything against the movie for that. I don't think you can hold it. Get out of here, then.
Hold on.
You better not have any German anything in your house anywhere if we're gonna hold grudges like that. That's all I'm saying.
What are we talking about the second one? Are we talking about the remake or are we talking about the second one?
The sequel to the original.
Okay.
Yeah. We're talking about the remake. Not the one where the guy died.
No.
Yeah, that movie never saw the light of day. So where he died. But look, the original had a Cadillac with like zebra covered seats with a tiger inside it. You didn't have that in the second one. I mean,
was that?
I mean,
To be fair,
ridiculous 70s.
I was going to say, to be fair, it was the 70s, and cocaine and tigers were easily to come across. When they did this in the 90s, like Tiger King was over there. It was just wasn't as easy. The logistics of all of that was just harder.
I'm just telling you, the first one was so ridiculous that you can't top that. You can't.
There's no way we're still monetized.
Ridiculous piece of Americana. It just doesn't happen.
What's the over under? We're still monetized right now.
Oh, I don't know. Are we still?
3 to 5.
We're good. Hey,
I swear
that lasts.
There was an original Gone in 60 Seconds too.
Oh, so here we go.
The guy
Cannonball
died.
Run. Yeah, Cannonball Run is a good one for this. Hilarious, but not a great car movie. Like they spent a lot of time.
Luke Skywalker was in.
What?
Oh, that was
Corvette Summer.
Corvette Summer.
Worst movie ever on a car front and as a movie front.
The Real Eleanor. So that's the worst part. The Real Eleanor wasn't even the Eleanor that everyone knows.
The Real Eleanor is a 73 Mustang Mach 1.
It was yellow too, wasn't
yellow
it?
with black stripes,
Yeah.
But it's also been, I think, something else too. Like it's been like 3 or 4 different incarnations of Eleanor.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the reasons
why. I don't think I've seen Rat Race.
Oh, that's funny.
Rat
Race is funny.
My absolute favorite car movie. My absolute favorite car movie is a movie called Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
That's a good movie.
And not the one with.
I was gonna say, I know you're not talking about Andy Sandberg or whatever's hot rod.
Yeah, no, not that one. Not that one.
Oh, look, Dawn actually did the work for you, dudes. I know you got 7 computers. Dawn's over here doing it for us. Why don't you read it for us at least? You can do the announcer voice.
Per Google, a car movie, more than anything, is a film where a car plays a key role in the way a character interacts with the world, be it as a weapon, a tool, a dream, a setting, or even a metaphor.
So everything's a car movie.
Everything's a car movie. If it has a car, that means Ghostbusters is officially a car movie.
Yes,
Boom.
Which means my previous statement of normally, car movies aren't good movies is kind of thrown out of the.
So that being said, John Wick movie is also a gun movie.
Yes, most definitely. I mean, I would say that. I mean, that's. I think it kind of what we need to come down to is it's like car porn, and that John Wick is gun porn. Realistically, there's not a lot. I mean, there's a little bit of car porn in there in the very beginning, but realistically, in the John Wick movies, there's not a lot. I mean, we talk about the car, but we don't actually,
it's a main key part of the movie. Like,
what about Death Proof?
Original John Wick is
Death Proof is definitely a car movie.
Yeah, that's revolving around the cars.
Yeah.
Because there again,
or Mad Max.
There again, when your plot is written around the car being the key feature of the film and carrying the story, I think that makes it a car movie. Because if you didn't have the car in Death Proof, you wouldn't have Death Proof.
But I think Death Proof was actually a very good movie.
I think, ironically, it was a good movie. Like, I think it was written well enough to point out the fact that it was written as a bad movie to make fun of itself.
Yes.
Yeah, it was riding on that whole B movie, what a thriller.
Yeah, it didn't try to be a good movie and suck, and then people found it and went, "Hey, this sucks." It legitimately was written sucky to begin with.
It's got Kurt Russell in it. How could it be a bad movie?
I'm not I mean, Escape from LA. You got me there.
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite movies, Big Trouble in Little China.
I can't think of a really bad Kurt Russell movie, except for that one where he kidnapped a woman that fell off the boat.
Duel? You ever heard of Duel?
Yes.
I haven't heard of that one.
Duel.
Oh yeah, what was that one where he was
wasn't it Overboard?
Captain somebody or other?
Yeah.
Oh, Captain
Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That car is basically about a main character in the freaking, realistically.
Yeah. So Kurt Russell and Overboard, that's a show you can't make anymore. Well, they did remake it, but they changed
the story behind that Ferrari in Ferris Bueller is pretty epic.
Ferris Bueller.
Ferrari let them use a real one, as long as they promised that at the end they would take a Ferrari kit car and launch it off the cliff. So
I mean, cool. I feel like that's a pretty yes. The answer is yes to that request.
So they just didn't want them using an actual Ferrari. What was the point there?
Well, they didn't want them to destroy an actual Ferrari, I guess.
Well, the Ferrari's funny, but they don't want their cars being shown as being destroyed or wrecked or anything like that. They have multiple lawsuits for such things, and they've got lawsuits for even changing, putting
the rap. What was the cat dude DJ or whatever the freaking his name is? Mouse or whatever the hell it is, wrapped a Ferrari and called it the Ferrari or something like that. And cease and desist, take that off, sell the car type stuff.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Ferrari don't play. Yeah, no. You don't ever actually get to buy another one now from us type stuff.
Yep.
They're really proud of their product.
They are, Italy was part of the, whole axis of evil. So they've really stuck to that type of Nazism.
You went there.
I totally did. Because I'm gonna stay there with it. Because the idea of you can't do what you want to do with the thing that you own, I think is bull. Well, you're gonna tell me I own this car, but I can't do anything with it?
That's kind of why we have Lamborghini, though.
Yes,
it is why we have Lamborghini, because Ferrari was.
Why Lamborghini don't care.
I mean, well,
laughed at Lamborghini, and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, well, Ferrari was a C word.
Yeah.
100%. The old man was. Nope. So, but I mean, what was it? Ford had a big issue with him, which is what brought us on to Shelby and everything they did.
Ford versus
Ferrari, yeah.
Because of Ferrari, Lamborghini. It wasn't a coincidence that everyone that dealt with Ferrari had a very similar,
I don't know. I'm gonna stick behind the guy. Seems like a cool dude.
You would.
I mean, I'm never gonna own a Ferrari.
I'm gonna go ahead and side with dudes on this one.
Whatever. I'm Team Lamborghini all the way. Have always been.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, see, there we go. We'll split the board here. We'll go. Yeah. I'm okay with this.
Yeah,
well, yeah, Drive and Transporter. Those were other definite car movies.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but you know what? Like Transporter, I like Jason Statham in Transporter.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any of the cars. I couldn't.
It was an Audi. They were Audis.
Yeah,
I thought they were Audis.
It was a cool car movie, but if you go, what car was in it? I'd go, I don't know.
Well, at the end of the day, I don't think the car really mattered. Is what he did with the car.
Yes.
Like kind of like have you seen Baby Driver?
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up. That was actually a very good movie.
But there again, if you asked me to name the car, I'd go, I don't know.
Yes, I like Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone likes Smokey.
So I guess that goes back again. Is it a good car movie if we can't remember the car that was in it?
Baby Driver?
It was a baby. It was a Beamer again.
No, it was the red one in the beginning is a WRX, I thought.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Or an Evo. I don't know. It's something like that.
Oh, for good now.
But again, I don't think the car matters as much as what he did. With
Kevin Spacey was in that movie.
Is it okay to like Kevin Spacey again? Or are we still
no?
Like him?
You don't ever get to like Kevin Spacey again.
Oh, I don't know. I know things come around, but no. So it's a no. Okay.
The things he did, no, you don't ever get to like
allegedly. As I remember, everyone
he admitted it.
Yeah, but everyone died, and no one was able to it was like statute of limitations, and at the end of the day, he got away scot-free.
Yeah, and he should.
But no, I don't know that he should have. So it's no. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so it was a WRX. Looks like
it's a WRX.
Yeah, there's a red one in here for sure. And that I don't know. That's the one showing on the internet.
Listen, if we're going to talk about swapping swapping motors and cars and pissing everyone off, I mean, I got to go Tokyo Drift for that and put the RB26 and a freaking Mustang
and just acting like they had to. We have to do this. We have to. You can't.
It's right here.
The motor.
It's just so easy. You just stuff it in there, and then it's just drift machine.
I liked it. That was cool.
I liked it. I liked it for the hate that it garnered. I mean, obviously, that's
but it's one of those things. You take what you got, you get it going, and you go to do what you want to do with it. And I'm down with that.
And I do think in foreign countries, that's all they do because you have the black market American parts.
That epitomizes Cuba.
Oh, I was gonna say, Cuba. Exactly.
Yeah, but those guys are an Isuzu diesel.
Yeah, exactly.
I've watched a lot of good stuff. Like they're racing. Like we built this race 1956 Chevy. It's got a factory 283 with a 4-barrel and HEI, and it's like what? Like that's what it came with. What do you mean? That's the high performance stuff. And they're like black marketing parts. Like, how much do you think this has cost you? Oh, it's cost me $20,000 just to build this motor. I'm like, I'm in the wrong business. I need to get a boat. I need to take some old Chevy small blocks. I need to take them to Cuba.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get shot by the Cuban guard for smuggling V8s into Cuba, I mean, I feel like that's just not where I want to go. I feel
like that's the best car movie ever.
If you're going to be smuggling things in to die for, I feel like there's smaller, more lucrative things to do than V8s.
I think it makes the best true story car movie ever.
Have you guys seen that new
Train Spotting
show?
Okay. Is Train Spotting a car movie?
What are you talking about?
I don't think I've ever watched Train Spotting.
Oh my Lord!
I know about it, but I think I avoided it because the toilet
scene. Yeah, the toilet scene is the opening of the movie. It really sets a tone. Train Spotting is a very dark movie about addiction and some other things. it's not a car movie. I just kind of brought it up.
So you've watched that movie, but not most of the car movies we're talking about.
Yeah, this movie it's not a bad movie. It's one of those movies you don't sleep.
We're gonna say Death Race.
I like your choices in movies.
This guy was like a meth head. Who is this dude?
Yeah, it's about heroin, man.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, so
Ewan Bremer, John Lee Miller.
They actually made a second one too. It's a good movie. I reckon. It's one of those ones. Have you ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
No.
Really?
What wow! You ever seen a bunch of these drug movies? I'm into drug movies. I feel like that's also a drug movie.
It is a drug movie. So I brought them up because they were similar. They're like, okay, so you know how every time they make two movies, like for a while there, it'd be two of the same damn movie comes out. Yeah. It was like that. They came out around the same time. Deep Impact and Impact Me Deep or whatever it is.
Okay, so people who liked Transpotting, T1 and T2, Transpotting.
Yeah, whatever.
They like Snatch, Clockwork Orange, and The Big Lebowski is what it links as.
Snatch was good though.
Snatch is a great movie.
Smoking Barrels.
Those are all great movies. Yeah, no, I concur with. I actually would say go watch both of those movies. I will tell you that Trainspotting is a fucked up movie, man. There are real life things that if you've never known junkies, you'd be really appalled, and if you have, you're like, damn, this is a very real look into what actually happens, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm not interested in knowing how that works. That's not
I was stuck in Iraq for a couple of
I could see that.
Limited supplies of movies and
recreational things to do, so you had to like watch them on a movie.
Sometimes, yeah.
Envious, so envious.
Old guys having flashbacks. Chaka Grills, what's up, brother? Always with the Ryobi.
Yeah, you don't like the Ryobi.
He really doesn't like the Ryobi.
I have never had a problem with a Ryobi. I've never used one and had it fail.
So,
wait a second.
Okay.
Are you allowed to talk about Ryobi with a wall of Milwaukee boxes?
Yeah, I mean they're the same company. So
it's the same tools from what I understand too. I've just never actually. I've never.
Evidently, the same Chinese distributor distributes both.
I guess. Yeah, I'm not up to speed on.
Yeah, I just buy what works.
Yeah, I like green, or I don't like green. I like green. I don't know.
It's all red on the inside.
It's all red on the inside. Definitely demonetized.
Boy.
Let's see here. Where are we? We're still good. I don't understand it. We were shut down for what was it? I really believe cocaine cowboys is the phrase that got us shut down last week.
So you say it again to make sure you get shut down.
I'm pretty sure it was Crackoon.
I forgot about that one. I feel like we were demonetized by the time the Crackoon part came up.
It could have been.
Like but you're right. That could have been.
That sends it.
I mean, I brought up the Cocaine Cowboys pretty early. I think
that's why I thought.
Now that being said, I went and watched Cocaine Bear right after we did that. So
how was that?
So I really thought it'd be more outlandish, and it was just like, no, this is kind of exactly realistic story of how I think a cocaine-ridden bear would be. So,
other than the fact in the real life, the bear got so high on cocaine it died instantly.
Well, yeah, but this extended that, but it wasn't like I figured it would be way more like dancing bear, like does crazy human things. And no, this was like literal bear stuff. I mean,
it's just eating things, right?
No, it didn't eat anything. It just like tore them apart to get more cocaine.
Oh, this is all. So it's Pam just out there for more cocaine. Okay.
Yeah, so like it would just hunt down, and then it would smell cocaine, and then tear apart whoever had the cocaine, and that was it.
That was a great season. There's a car show too. Archer.
Tucker. Oh, Archer.
we're going to talk about bears.
This is, and we've gone way off topic, and we're going down the bear rabbit hole here, boys.
All right, bear me.
I just put something in the Discord. Just put something in Discord for you guys to pull up on the screen.
This black bear next to a Blackstone.
That was my son's deck a couple days ago.
Let me get.
So you got that there, 27 monitor boy.
I'm getting there. It's a weird aspect ratio. 1 second.
That is an odd.
And Cars is definitely a car movie.
Oh, yeah. It's literally a car movie.
Literally.
I mean, we don't need to know how that all functions, but car movie for sure.
Oh,
so yeah. Is this a video?
No, it's just a photo.
Oh, just a photo.
So that bear is just
barbecue.
Yeah,
he's looking for a grease trap right now.
Mm-hmm.
Old black bear looking at the Blackstone.
Yeah,
you're lucky he didn't ruin that Blackstone. I know what size a Blackstone is. That's a big bear.
Yeah, that's not well. There's
that's
not
really such a Blackstone right there. That is not a little.
There's no such thing as a small bear.
It's true.
Anytime
I wouldn't
you
even mess with a small one.
Yeah, no, there are bears. It doesn't matter. Their size is irrelevant.
That's true. Because if you're messing with a small one, there's probably a big one nearby.
Well, not probably.
How would you say that? Milwaukee?
Milwaukee.
I think Milwaukee is devolting.
Milwaukee.
Makita. So Makita, like I feel like Makita was my dad's power to hand battery operated tools. Like I remember the 2-cell freaking, they were like this long freaking battery packs that went in there and they lasted like 5 seconds.
I've got a couple Makitas and I love that impact.
Makitas are awesome. Like I've used a lot of different stuff. If you want to pay for Makita, totally a good product. I don't care what anybody says.
I've never heard anything necessarily bad about
nice recorded stuff.
The thing I like about Milwaukee is just how much different crap.
Well, yeah. Here again, Chinese distributor. They can put anything on there. Just Milwaukee. Oh, we just now we have.
Well, it's like have you seen the band files that they started making? Little electric band files?
I don't know what a band file is.
You don't know what a band type in Milwaukee band file and just you're gonna be. Is Jim frozen or is he just really?
Oh, that's a band file? Okay.
Look at him. He's concentrating on what a band file is.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, that's just one of those Sanders. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know the name of it. So
yeah,
those are expensive.
Oh, they are very expensive, but super awesome. That's my next one of my next purchases. I want those. It's like a little belt sender. Yep.
Yeah, it's just that little
yeah.
So DeWalt makes one as well.
Battery powered?
Milwaukee has a Stern drive.
Okay, well, you know what my problem with DeWalt is. They can suck it.
Oh, actually, they don't. But if you go on Etsy, people convert them to B1.
So, yes, then they were doing that same thing for Milwaukee. And then Milwaukee said, oh, that's cool. And then they made 2.
Okay.
So DeWalt,
it's literally a drill with a different head on it.
It's exactly. So what people did is you'd go to Harbor Freight and buy their band file, take the file off of their crappy like air powered one, and then they would sell you a kit that would mount it to.
I feel like it's the same thing they did with air horns too.
Probably, yeah. Yes, it is exactly like that.
Yeah.
So then Milwaukee said, "Screw it, we'll make an even better one," and so they have. DeWalt, I had 4 DeWalt batteries die on me at one time. And
probably has something to do with improper storage, care, and charging. But hey, whatever.
You can eat an entire bag. I don't care what it has to do with. If I buy freaking batteries and they go bad within 3 freaking years, which is right when the freaking warranty goes out on them, and they all go down at the same time, I don't care if they were made by the Pope. I'm not going back.
I have 18 volt, and I'll say this: the 18 volt system was probably better for DeWalt than the 20 volt system. I have lost 1 20 volt battery since I went to that system. I still have every 18 volt battery I ever had, and it still works. And I actually have a battery sitting in the garage. I was looking at the other day, and I'm like, this is from 2013. That's literally a 10-year-old.
I'm with you. I liked the 18 series, and then I really dove into the 20 series. And dude, I had 2 6 amps and 2 5 amps go bad. That's a lot of money in batteries. And at that point, I still don't have an M18, M20, anything. I do 12 for the little
stuff.
It
had nothing to do with LS swapping the Volvo.
Maybe because that's when they started dying.
That's when they started dying.
Yeah, exactly. So that could have been user error
in the air
from Arkansas. Who knows, man?
Yeah, because those batteries were getting hot swapped. They were getting run down in the charger, back in, run down in the charger, back in.
I get that, but at the end of the day, they should be able to freaking do that.
Not after they're already 3 years old.
I know.
Well, you know what?
Keep them hot like that, you balloon them up, man.
Listen, erroneous. I don't care.
Erroneous. I now have look at my red wall. This is This is where we are.
Screw the wall. Make better stuff, nerds.
I have moved on.
I have.
I mean, look, I got an 18 volt DeWalt at work. It's got to be close to 20 years old, and still using one of the same original batteries.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Like I've got the Sawzall that I literally broke in half. It came off in 2 pieces, but still worked because the wires were connected. And then I bolted it back together, and it still does the cuttings. It's an old M18. It still works, but the batteries let me down, and I have not going back.
All right, let's talk about the Ecto One. Do we think that's a good car movie representation? Do we want to go back to that's a car movie due to a Cadillac ambulance?
I mean, it depends which way you want to go for. As far as recycling a vehicle that vehicle wasn't put in because the vehicle was cool.
No, it was put in just because it was something cheap they could get at the time.
Exactly. And then it became
you cannot
cool
get a 1959 Cadillac cheap now.
No, sure. God, no.
You can't touch one of those things.
Well, and did they become cool? Did they become cool because of the movie? Because I don't know that they did. I think they were cool before, and maybe the movie just helped people realize it. I don't know.
I would go with that.
Well,
I would say they're always cool, but I think
those
a lot of
lines,
people didn't find them cool after the movie.
I will say that a movie will drive the price up. The popularity of the vehicle will drive the prices up for sure. And
dudes with recommendations here. Yes. Why don't you have that yet?
But and this becomes very apparent when you start watching Roadkill, for example.
Oh yeah.
So they just recently sold a couple of the cars that have been on that show, and they went for stupid money for what they should have gone for.
Yeah. Because anything they kind of lay their hands on, for the most, becomes an instant. Everyone starts looking for it, right?
Yeah.
But that being said, I like to throw around square body Chevys as a mind bending. Why do we pay money for these at the rate we are? But what show ever made those? Fall Guy? What was the name of that one?
Fall Guy. But again, Roadkill.
Roadkill made Chevys good because just the Roadkill,
the muscle truck, muscle truck. It's a square body.
Oh, square bodies have been popular for quite a while.
Well, that truck's been around, and that's
I was a bigger fan of the
on Roadkill.
I was a bigger fan of the fucking Maserati. What was the
Maserati?
The Rotson?
Yeah, the Maserati. Yeah, the Rotson was another one that was.
The Rotson was good too, but the Maserati was the one that got stolen.
Yes, I liked that.
I feel like you just have a thing for Datsuns.
I do. I do like.
I like junk that we can put bigger junk motor junk into and really junk it up.
See, no, that's where you're wrong. I like cheap. And I like to do scumbag things with cheap things. And shitty Japanese sports cars have always been cheap. I've never once said the word.
And they've always been shitty.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I have a question.
They've been cheap.
Serious question. Serious question about Roadkill.
Okay.
How many of you guys really continued to watch it after it went to Motor Trend On Demand?
Oh, no, zero. Get wrecked.
I watched it until the person that was paying for Motor Trend stopped paying for it, and I'm like, I'm not paying for that. Only because
if someone had given me a link, I would have watched, but I refuse to go pay money for that.
Only because when you only give me a single episode a month and then go months without giving me anything, it makes me really hard to want to pay a large sum of money for a singular video per month.
Well, it's not a large sum of money per se, but I understand exactly what you're saying. Well, it's what, $6 a month?
Yeah,
that's a
I don't have to pay
large amount
$6
of money
a month
for
for
one YouTube show. Because at the end of the day, it's one YouTube show. Because that's what it is.
Well,
they
didn't
know it was a YouTube show that they took off of YouTube and said now it's worth money because it's over here.
And how they tried to justify it is adding in all the Discovery content. I get that, but I do watch Roadkill, Engine Masters, and
see, but that's that bullshit. Because what did they do
when
when they took it over? They cut all of those programmings, and now 3, 4, 5 years later, they've cut all of the programming they left YouTube with because none of it's working. It's all died. No one watches car shit anymore because they turned it into this fake bullshit that no one wanted to watch a production about fake car crap. That's what made Roadkill and everything awesome. And then they took that and made that real thing from YouTube into fake TV car crap. And then they're like, no one likes us anymore. I don't know why.
Well, they did for a little bit, but it's come back around to not being it's just them grabbing a piece of crap and going out and doing stuff with it.
Where are all of them except Freiberger now?
They're still on Motor Trend.
No, they've all left and now they're on YouTube again. Dave and
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
the Dirtheads
on YouTube, but he's still on Motor Trend. And then Faster with Finnegan is no longer fast. It's Dave Newburn. You know,
and Dave's on YouTube. Everyone is jumping back. Okay. Look at Dave Sparks out of TV onto YouTube. You got Gas Monkey Garage out of TV onto YouTube. Literally everyone is ditching their production company
that's because the rules come in. You know, they can't run their own social media.
That's it exactly, right?
I think their contract had to change
and put on.
There was a lot of things that at the end of the day, TV reality shows for cars didn't become profitable. Obviously, that's the only reason they'd go away.
Well, no, it's profitable.
Which there is?
Have you guys seen the Hot Wheels one that just started like 2 weeks ago? On regular like CBS TV.
Oh, really? So car stuff's actually. Yeah, I don't have regular TV anymore either. So I guess.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I caught 45 minutes of a episode of that.
Well, that's kind of like that show they threw around. Who's that guy up in Canada, Mongrels? That's awful. Build cars. No, come on. You know, it's Bad Chad. There we go. Bad Chad.
Bad Chad. Oh, right. Yeah.
There was a lot of people like he's building cars, and that's cool, and he has some skills.
That's
but
awesome.
At the end of the day, there's a lot of people that kind of hung him out to dry.
There's a new one on Netflix. Maybe today, called Tex-Mex Motors, and it's got a couple people on it that you would recognize if you watch Gas Monkey. It's got the painter on it, Mike Coy. He's like the star of it, and the whole idea is this guy Rabbit and this other guy, this other car spotter, go to Mexico, go to like Juarez, and scope out some cheap cars, bring them back to the U.S. to El Paso, and then fix them up and flip them for a bunch of money.
So did you ever watch the Hoarders one, where essentially they would go to a guy's hoard and tell him, hey, we'll restore 2 or 1 car that's amazing, and we're going to take all the rest of your stuff. You know, and then it's this big story of the guy just being all upset because they're taking his stuff and it's all over dramatized. And
some of that maybe is because, you know, dude paid, in his mind, let's say $150,000 for all this junk, and they're giving him $60,000 worth of work and taking $200,000 worth of his shit away. Now, in real life, they're paying to get rid of some of that crap because it is just crap.
Well,
but
even in the show, they sold the stuff to fund the build. So it's not even like they were getting what they were getting. They were selling their own stuff, and they were getting a car. They could have done that on their own, and all the show did was facilitate it.
Well, because let's face it, it's just like I say to you all the time, you're never going to finish those projects, and all that shit's just going to go to waste. I'm sorry.
I ignore that.
You keep.
You just brought the room down a level, okay?
I'll bring it down.
He's forcing me to pay more money for something we can't talk about, so then I can hold him to it.
No, I think you should not come off of $2,500. And I feel
I'm making the offer.
No, 25 was the minimum. You can't. It's just too bad. Couldn't be. So sad. It's really sad.
It's really sad. Who wants to go fund a project? And I only need another $1,000.
Oh, they want $3,500 for that
Is it
pile.
a limo?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh no!
Don't fucking do it. He sends me. He put it. Well, that was in the channel chat, right? Or did you send that directly?
I think
to me?
so. Oh, I think it was.
Oh yeah, because Midnight commented on it. Yeah. No, he put a video in the freaking. I think it was in general of him being in the thing, talking about how bad it doesn't smell, which I don't believe, by the way.
It smells incredible.
Oh,
I don't believe that at all.
That's the plush interior.
Also, the fact of the matter, it looks like you're sitting in the seat that faces backwards, and your knees are almost in the seat in front of you.
I mean, you'll have to stagger knees. I mean, come on.
Oh my!
All right, guys. So before we started, I teased our little product.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Which one should I try first?
Is there one with almonds?
What's our choices?
Let's see here. This is a crunch. This is just milk chocolate, I think. And then this one, D's nuts. I guess it's peanut butter. So.
You got to start with D's nuts.
Now we're demonetized. For sure.
Start with D's nuts? All right.
You got to start with D's nuts.
So what Jim is currently doing for the people that are listening is Jim is going to live taste test Mr. Beast candy bars, and get the real flavor of D's nuts in his mouth. So
this video is not sponsored by Mr. Beast bars, D's nuts bars, but if he wants to, we would love to.
Now, Jim, I don't want you to grab those nuts and just chomp down on them. I want you to just kind of put it in there and slowly moisturize them, roll them around a bit.
That's not getting better. That's not getting better the more you do that.
All right, so this is what
broken.
It looks like. This just kind of broke off. It says share on it.
Oh, that's for someone else.
So I would share this with someone, but there's no one here. So
yeah, so that's yours.
That's just it just seems to be a chunk of chocolate. Not bad.
There's not even peanut butter.
Not even nuts in here.
I thought there was gonna be some.
Does it have an allergy warning?
It says
if it doesn't,
milk chocolate with peanut butter. But
so if it doesn't have an allergy warning,
I mean it should because it's got peanut butter in it. So
all right, now I gotta look this up because if there's no allergy warning,
right,
there's not real peanut butter in there.
So here's it broke in half. So
yeah.
So
okay,
it's not bad. You can definitely taste the peanut butter, but it's not like a Reese's where it's stuffed with peanut butter. It's just got.
Do you feel like we're just reboxing someone else's candy bars?
We're totally doing that.
Is that what we're doing here? Is that how we're pulling this off? We're not making our own candy bars somewhere.
Well, it does say if you have an allergy to nuts, you're not supposed to eat these. So there is nuts in there.
Oh, there you go.
It only has let's see. More moms, more noms, more prizes, more beasts. I guess you can scan a thing on the back there. Or you can scan mine.
Here you go, and, dude. Here's your announcer voice for this one.
In Motor Trend Monster Truck voice.
Yes.
In Motor. I wasn't reading. I was reading.
Oh my god. The part that looks like you're yelling it. Go with that.
Okay. I don't know if I can do this live.
Sunday.
Next week on Food Truck Drag Racing Outlaw Garage. I don't know.
We'll sell you the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
Thrills a chill.
Oh. All right, so yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, the GoFundMe. Yeah. No, listen, put your money away. It's just never gonna happen.
No, let's do this.
Nope, it's never gonna happen.
They go yeah.
Nope, it's terrible. It's terrible to take people's money for such a poor investment.
You want to move on to these other two or wait till later?
Well, I mean, you're gonna need to cleanse the palate a little bit, right? You don't want to blow your load all at one time here.
Oh, I mean, I've already, some
you gave it a little a DDP to really.
Yeah, we're back to zero.
Is that what we're doing here? Is that what we're doing here?
Wow,
I'll never look at that right again.
I have abbreviated Diet Dr. Pepper. It's DDP.
Yep.
What?
I'm done with that.
So we have again successfully achieved the name of our chat.
Oh, we are way off topic.
Off topic here. Yes,
deep off topic.
Yeah, well, okay. To be fair, mongrels, these are our movie snacks. Okay, so that's where this ties in.
He did totally just wrap us back around then.
Did so those are on the crafts services table, are they? Is that what you're doing?
I mean, probably
are.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, geez.
And Mr. Beast is now doing he's on a TV show with Gordon Ramsay.
I still think it's gonna be scummy to tag Mr. Beast in this. Just saying.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who do, so don't feel bad.
It's okay as long as everyone's doing it.
You know what? There's a lot of people that rob banks, so it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
I don't robbing banks involves getting paid. We're not doing that here, so that's even not half as bad.
True.
Yeah,
we're not. Oh, I'm getting paid, but
hey, but speaking of
pennies
of YouTube
pennies.
Stuff, somebody actually sampled one of my shorts, the entire short.
What? That's not sampling. That's just straight up stealing it.
That's awesome. What did they do?
And the reason I know that they did that is because YouTube told me that there's perhaps a copyright infringement, and do I want to do something about it?
You hit copyright, and it shows you all those things.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's first for me.
Yeah, so that makes sense that happens to you, but when it happens to us, it's like weird.
Guess which one it was? Elvis.
Yep. Yes.
That actually makes sense.
Was it the same guy that copied dudes on the Blazer?
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh, that's so bad.
So what was the video? Is it he just copies your thing and just reposts it as his own, or did he put something else on it?
They use the entire video. They put a different song to it, not even an Elvis song, and use the Suspicious Minds hashtag. I mean, that was the song I used in the
How
video.
many views did it get?
Yeah, you can view the views. Who cares?
Yeah,
but you get?
I went and looked at it. They added a bunch of crap to it.
No, you don't get anything for it.
Elvis.
No,
but I can tell them to take it down.
Yeah, you can tell them to take it down. It does add you as like a contributor to the video. So if the person digs down far enough, they can click on your channel and go to your channel. So that's how YouTube justifies it.
That's not.
But nobody's doing that.
That's not going to happen. No.
Yeah, nobody's finding my channel through Jack Blow's little, hey, look at me remix this. The best ones I've found, and it doesn't upset me. I don't care. I leave most of them up. It's the people that are just like, I'll go dudes with wrenches here, and they'll cut just that part out. They'll just be like, oh, so we're not dudes with wrenches here, but everything else is.
Well,
like, wow.
I feel like I hope that people come into that
copyright infringement. So without that, it's good.
Yeah, I feel like people that come in are like, I hope your people comment like, "Where's the dudes with wrenches?" Like,
that's just it. It never gets to anybody because it gets like 400 views. Then I just look at it and go, "That's sad."
That's what I did. I looked at it and said, "That's sad." That's sad that you used that.
And then I realized it is my content, and then I feel bad because I'm like, I just called my own content sad. Oh no! Oh, now I'm sad.
But that goes to show you what it actually is.
We talked about this in the beginning for Transformers being a car movie, and the answer was no.
It's a robot movie.
It's a robot movie.
Robots in disguise.
because they could be planes and boats.
Yeah, it's right there.
Are there any boats?
Right there in the theme song. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were boats. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't remember.
There's even a hovercraft.
I feel like a water-based transformer is a waste of time, but there's probably boats.
I feel like it's just gonna be transform, bloop bloop bloop.
Yeah. Did he just sink? Well, he's not a boat anymore.
Yeah, he can't swim. He's pretty heavy. He just went to the bottom.
Like half transform.
He can just
I hope he can breathe. Like they don't really talk about this. Do they breathe air? Because I feel like now, how did Transformer die? Oh, he drowned.
No, they went underwater. As a matter of fact, the Decepticon base was underwater.
That's true.
I'm not up on my.
I mean, robots in disguise, almost. Well, he's still a boat because he can't float on nothing.
Well, there was one character called Sea Spray that was a hovercraft.
Well, that seems.
And he talked like this.
Oh, he talked like he was underwater?
Like he was
his face was on the bottom of the boat.
Oh my God, they really spared no expense on that one. Well, I got an idea. The guy talks like he's underwater.
Yeah. Boat stuff.
Yeah. He talks like he's in water.
Listen. Don't.
It's okay.
No one needs this in their life.
The original? Oh, that is an ugly Transformer too. Oh, he looks a little handicapped, like he's got safety gear on.
You talking about the hovercraft guy?
Yeah,
and he actually looks a lot like that.
Oh, he's got one there. Look at that.
Oh my God, there he is.
We got a fan in the room.
Here we go.
Yeah, we do.
Boat.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, so here's the point of the sea stream. Okay, so his feet are inflatable. So in all the pictures, like he stands on water with floaty feet. So there's your answer.
That's how he pulls that off. Floaty feet.
And he can fly. Once he transforms, he can literally fly with the propellers in the air. So he's
that's convenient. Yeah, that really helps.
He's also a plane.
That's plot convenience. I love that. Yeah.
So definitely not a car.
Well, I don't know. The
He's
toy
a boat
definitely had wheels.
Hovercraft.
Wheels.
That's true. And he's covering all the bases. I mean, all the other ones, they sink. They're not even boats. So that makes him like the best Transformer.
In a water
he's
world
a plane.
Apocalypse.
He's a car. And he's a boat. So
okay. Water world.
Did they ever have any train Transformers? I mean, that's
there's cars. There's cars in Waterworld.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's a stretch to call that a car.
There was a train. It was called Astro Train, but it was a triple changer.
So he is. How do you know these things?
Obviously, he's a
you completely missed the conversation earlier.
As a kid,
you're total Transformer guy.
Oh yeah, no, we found out our expert in that particular realm of.
I'm more of an Autobots guy. No, that's
GoBots is what you're.
GoBots. There we go.
GoBots, yeah.
Oh, no, Autobots.
Transformers.
Never mind.
Yeah, you're way off there.
I don't know. Yeah. Trying to make a point.
I was so I'm assuming cartoons are where you got into the
Transformers,
right?
For me, that was right. I was right in the age where Transformers and GI Joes were the.
Well,
you go home after school and you go watch them.
Both of those shows were made to sell toys to kids. So.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. So it works.
Yeah. They made the toys before they made the episodes. So there's that.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
No business plan.
Well, I mean, I think the cartoons that I remember growing up were more X-Men and that type of stuff.
See, my problem with X-Men is at the exact same time you had Wildcats, and Wildcats was a better series, and it was first. X-Men came after, and nobody remembers Wildcats.
I remember Wildcats. I just don't remember it being as good as the X-Men.
It was first.
I get you. You're not the only one. My wife's over here having a problem with that same statement, but I'm just telling you, it's what it is.
I remember Thundercats.
Thundercats, yeah.
Thundercats had a
okay. Do you guys remember Voltron?
Yeah, Voltron was
okay. I totally missed that until this freaking nerd over here got my kid into it. One day I come into the living room or whatever, and I'm like, "What in the 80s weirdness are you guys watching?" And she looks at me appalled, like I should know Voltron. I'm like, "Okay, nerd."
Yeah. They actually made new series of that. One that
they didn't make new series. They actually like picked it up and like finished it. Yeah.
So here's the big one that I look back as a child and go, I really liked this as a kid, and that was Biker Mice from Mars, which was essentially a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ripoff.
You told me about this, yeah.
And once I rewatched it, like I downloaded all the videos and I rewatched them, I'm like, this is awful. I remember this as being so much better.
Well, a lot of the things we watched as children and that we actually liked as children, don't go back and watch things that you remember being awesome from your childhood. It'll just be ruined.
I don't mind Transformers, but I cannot watch G.I. Joe.
No, that shit
is
bad.
So flag waving.
Knowing's half the battle, man. Don't watch it.
Well, so you guys remember Johnny Quest?
Yes.
I have
watched the remake.
I haven't. What Venture Brothers or whatever?
No. They remade Johnny Quest.
No.
And they did 3D. Way remake, big time.
Oh, I'm sure it's bad. Well, so two things. One,
actually, it's not. The remake is good.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So one, have you gone back and seen an old Johnny Quest episode? Did it age?
It's racist as all get out.
Real bad, isn't it? I got a feeling it is.
It's all like
I don't want to go back.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go back and watch it and ruin it because I know it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, I was taught racism by Johnny Quest.
Oh man. See, I'm just gonna remember it being not that bad.
So rewatch the actual remake because it's actually pretty decent because it was.
I'll have to watch it for the first time. I've never seen it.
They did 3D animation, which was like a big deal when they remade Johnny Quest. So like,
what year are you talking here?
Oh, this was probably late 90s.
That probably might have been the time I was watching it. No, late 90s.
Are you not thinking of the right Johnny Quest here?
No, I would. No, I'm thinking of the older one. There's no way because late 90s I wouldn't have been watching cartoons.
Okay.
Because late 90s I've been graduating and into high school.
So yeah, Johnny Quest was remade, and they did virtual reality, and then he could travel through electric systems through virtual reality.
I definitely haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's a good Johnny Quest to watch.
What? So it's Tron.
Yes, totally Tron.
Okay, so we just stole Tron. Okay, cool.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Tron car movie. Motorcycles.
I mean, no.
The motorcycles.
Is that making a motorcycle movie?
Okay.
This is not real motorcycles either.
Robot chicken car.
Robot chicken.
I mean, a lot of that's a skit show.
I feel like the loose fucking interpretation that Don showed us earlier makes the answer yes to everything.
True.
Well, yeah.
It's a skit show, so it doesn't even have a consistent character base. It's all over the place. So I don't think you can call that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't qualify. Does not qualify. Doesn't
quantify.
We still haven't
check out.
We still haven't locked down. We still haven't locked down what our favorite car movie actually is.
Did anybody ask that question?
No one asked that one.
Yeah, I did.
And it's
Somebody asked that question, Jim.
Jim asked it at the beginning, and we tried to ignore
it. Did it under his breath like this.
Yeah.
What's your favorite car movie?
He probably did. We're just like, we don't want to talk about that, but
you just ignored me as usual.
I don't want to go first. Yeah. Well,
I would like to hear Mom's answer on this.
All right, he's calling you out.
There you go. Yeah, I know. No one wants to answer this question.
He's like straight up like, you go first now.
Yeah.
Favorite car
movie. One wants to be the first one to say this.
No, I'm going to say this because it morphs.
He's going to say Smokey and the Bandit.
It depends on the mood I'm in.
That's a weird
way to
answer.
On the mood I'm in.
So if he's horny, it's
yeah. That's where I was going with this. I'm like, is this how you pick your porn? It's car porn, so it's okay.
It's car porn. It's fine. Yeah.
But no, seriously, like if I feel like something that it takes some thinking to follow, it's a different movie than going down to sit down and watch. Yes, I'm animated with my hands.
Yeah, okay, I can see.
Don't do this animation when. Okay, go on.
It's not animation.
Right. When we're talking about graphic.
Don't you kink shame?
You know what? It's not a movie. It's a show.
Oh,
okay, that's okay. So I mean that breaks away from favorite car movies.
I think we'll add movies and TVs and we're limited on.
Pick. That's a different subject.
We got.
We're identifying as car movies. It's got to be a movie.
Oh, it's got to be a movie. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, well,
we can do car shows.
I'm gonna have to think about it. Honestly, I have to think about it because I don't know which one pops into like. Yes, I like Smokey the Bandit. I even like the Fast and Furious.
No, this doesn't pop in.
No, that's
All
not
right.
popping.
I just
What do you
requested
go
a
with
review.
3?
We'll see if they turn us back on.
What?
Oh, they got us already?
Oh yeah, we're demonetized. Yeah, I just requested a review. I didn't even put it up across the. Yeah, we are. Yeah, put it in as 1 hour 14.
Official.
Boys.
We need like a graffiti bomb that goes.
Oh shoot. Okay, none of us will actually look into making this happen, but next week when this happens again, we'll be like, "Damn it, someone was supposed to do this."
Yeah, do an animation. It's like, like a big cake or something. You win.
What do you think it was this week?
I don't know. Probably.
The worst part is they keep
probably
just
Crackoon
saying,
again.
Oh, that is the real question. We did, but that's the trick. Last week they actually had remonetized it. I think right by the time we got off, or just before we got off, or just after, or something like that.
All right, you had enough time, Mongrels. What's your favorite car movie?
Yeah, we totally just deflected for you.
I'm going with the remake of Gone in 60 Seconds. Not the whole movie, but just the car chase.
Were you also not here for that part?
No.
Look at Jim. Jim's not mad. He's just disappointed.
Yeah. Just so sad. So sad.
That great car movie.
I'll say Ronin. I don't know that one.
It's a samurai movie.
It's no, it's not actually.
It totally is. What are you talking about?
It's not.
It is.
I think it's both. I think this particular one is
Suzuki Samurai, or
so we're talking about the one with De Niro.
Yes.
Okay.
How many samurais are in that one?
Well, not that one, but I'm betting there's a movie. I'm pretty sure there's a movie.
Definitely a Ronin. There is definitely a samurai Ronin.
It comes back down to what we were saying. Car movies are not necessarily good movies, so I can't say.
Well, there's nothing wrong with your being your favorite. I just, you know what? If Jim doesn't like that, you like that movie, then fuck him.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, hey, that movie. I've never seen that De Niro movie, and that has the guy that played on Lolita, and that I like that movie. That guy's a really cool assassin character.
So, dudes, what's your favorite car movie?
I don't have one.
Oh, don't you? You don't get you don't get to bitch out like that. Get out of here.
You put me on the spot. You got to pick something.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go with a really good car movie. For me,
it's freaking hard.
I think Christine ranks up there as a really good car movie because it rounds out everything that makes it a car movie.
Why didn't I think of that?
Absolutely.
That is one of my favorites. Totally is.
Because like if you want to define
my top 5.
Or The Wraith.
Wraith was good, but
The Wraith was a horrible movie. The only reason it was good was cars.
Well, the cars, yeah. Well, it was an awful movie, yes, but
yeah, it was bad.
It was good with the car chases and him going around and destroying the fire chicken with the blowing engine sticking out the hood and all that stuff. And
it was so 80s. Like just the chase scenes where they're going around rocks, like chase scene. It's like what are we watching here? It's a horrible movie.
Squealing.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, I'm stealing Greed's answer, Christine.
All right.
I mean, okay, that's 2 for 1.
Yeah.
And Jim.
Jim's frozen.
Oh.
He's starting at it again.
Maybe he's just sitting really still, so he doesn't have to answer the question.
No, you know, it's all this damn smoke from Canada that's down here now.
Don't get started on that conspiracy.
Listen, first of all, I get smoky like that here every year, and Skynet's just fine.
Don't get started on that conspiracy because you know that's COVID fog. So.
Oh, is that what that is?
Oh, yeah.
You saw the one where it all lit off at the same time, right?
Yep.
Did you hear that New York's biggest search right now is how to sell my home fast?
Well, when is it not? It's New York.
But
I feel like that hasn't changed.
Well, no. But with all the smoke, it's gone up like, I don't know, like 1,000 times more searches.
Oh, wow.
Jim's just thinking.
Thinking about the Lincoln.
All right, so what's your movie there, Jim?
I can see it.
my movie?
Yeah, what's your car movie?
Oh, he's kind at it again. He just can't answer this question.
I think he presses something and just
my movie.
Yeah, he just.
See, you can see his monitor flicker off, but he wasn't.
All right. Okay, my movie's real easy. Hot Rod. That's my number one movie. I already said that.
You said that was your favorite.
Well, that is exactly what he said.
He did say it like that. I couldn't take him serious because I could only see the freaking other movie with what's his name in it.
So, now, if I wanted to pick a couple, I would go ahead and go with Christine is probably number 2. Hot Rod number 1, Christine number 2.
We didn't discuss
Smoking the Bandits up there.
Well,
all the Mad Maxes.
Oh, so I'm gonna go with the latest Mad Max flick, the Fury Road one.
No.
Oh, correct. As far as a car movie goes, cinematography, the cars, everything around it.
There isn't even a single car that you can honestly be like, I loved that car. They're all fake cars.
Well, what do you mean by fake cars?
They're all fake cars.
No, they at least made those. Oh, you're talking about because it's not a manufacturer
that was in that movie.
I don't know.
This goes back to: is it a car movie if you can't even name a car that was in that movie?
Well, there was obviously a Holden.
A Holden?
No, because that's the trick. Those cars were all torn apart and bastardized freaking monsters. Their real names were like the Death Machine or what was the tanker was Death something. That thing they all had their own names. I don't know but those cars were not special effects. They were not built for scenes. They were real machines that drove, and some of them were dangerous as hell. And there were ones that didn't actually make it into the movie because they were too dangerous for filming and whatnot. But that's why I consider that to be a real car movie. They used real cars that were built to do car things, and so that's my.
Have any of you guys ever, speaking of the Road Warrior, have any of you guys ever checked out Wasteland Weekend?
No.
I mean, I'd have to be told about it to check it out.
It's kind of like it's like Burning Man with cars.
Okay, so it's an event. All right.
Okay.
They do this giant thing in the desert where they get together with a bunch of Mad Max type cars in the desert.
Oh, what are we doing?
That sounds like
this is
some interesting looking people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's called steampunk or
there's steampunk and then there's this. I don't know what this is.
Oh, we've been living off the land for a while, and okay, I know what you're.
This is Burning Man. We've done more drugs than that place and built cars.
Yeah,
that sounds
so
like
it's Waterworld. If they, yeah.
I'm looking at this. I am not surprised, but I am ashamed that they're ruining vehicles like this.
Ruining, huh? This coming from the guy who literally takes vehicles and stores them outside.
I don't care. It's more important to leave them in the grass than doing this to them. This is
don't do this.
Don't do this. This is ruined. This is ruined. You've ruined them. There's just so many. What is the word for this when they wear just like old timey barbarians wore a what to cover their crotch?
Are they acceptable?
Loincloth. So there's a lot of loincloth.
There's a lot of loincloths here, and at that point, I feel like loincloths and cars.
Well, so here's my problem. If you're telling me this is a loincloth and desert scenario, lots of dust.
With leather seats, black leather seats,
and dust. All I know is that From Under Cheese is going to be a little chalky.
Oh boy, a lot of fire. Big into fire on these events.
Well, it's at the middle of the desert. What else are you going to do?
Here's a casket with a motor. That's kind of cool.
Make it hotter.
I mean,
there's a comfort. I don't know what they're doing here.
If we could see some of that, it would be.
Nope.
Houston.
I don't think this needs to be seen.
Okay.
What's the name of
Well,
this
you're
event?
finding one that can be seen. Okay, everyone. Which one now?
All right.
You got to go mint.
Oh, there's a mint. Oh,
Isn't that the
mint?
green one? The mint?
No, that's just chocolate.
Wait. Green one.
I think
No,
the
that
blue.
Just chocolate.
This just says milk chocolate made with milk.
I don't know. It looked green, so I figured
Tricking you into buying it because you think it's mint.
Go with the green one.
All right, which go green one?
Yeah.
I feel like that other one should also be peanut butter. These colors are confusing me.
Well, it says crunch.
He's got star netted.
He did, but at least it like is a good point for it.
Yeah, he's all.
Okay, so all right, so this one actually did not break, and it's got share.
It means you're not supposed to share it. That's weird. Are you a glutton? I feel like regular candy bars, they're all meant to share. Like you can break it into small pieces. And I feel like this candy bar is like, you get this much, peasant. Share.
No, it's like we know you're not actually going to share much of
like,
this. So at least here, do this a little bit.
I'm my own friend.
So this tastes like milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Exactly like milk chocolate.
You're doing
How
it wrong.
much were these candy bars?
I bought them at 7-Eleven, where they were $1.99 each.
Good price. I like it.
Oh, it's good pricing.
$1.99. It's 1.24 ounces.
I feel like the crunch one's going to be the best one.
I feel that as well.
I think so.
Don't
We'll get to that one eventually.
But I can go to the dollar store and buy a full-size chocolate bar for 88 cents still. So there's that.
Yeah, 88 cents Canadian. That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yes, but you're not supporting a fellow YouTuber by doing that.
Oh, I don't need to support that.
Mr. Beast needs your money.
No, Mr. Beast
Mr.
definitely
Beast
does
needs
not.
my money. That's a statement in itself.
Yeah.
That's the new title. That's the title of this.
Mr. Beast needs your money. That's if anything's gonna get us demonetized forever, that's it.
You think that'll be the thing that does it?
They'll be like, no, you're definitely demonetized now. You said things about Mr. Beast.
We already are.
You're not allowed to do that. Things that aren't allowed to be done.
I don't think he would care. We're looking at his actual product. Oh yeah.
I mean, that's a decent-ish one. I mean, I think it's like some kind of Dodge. Sure.
And here I thought we were just showing images from Mad Max.
Oh, that's from this event.
Yeah, it almost looks like a Nova.
Wasteland Weekend.
It kind of looks like a Nova, but I think by the front of these fenders, that looks really dodgy. Oh, wait, nope.
No, it might be an Omega.
A lot of knives there.
Gotta make this bigger so you can.
I'm trying to, but it
thing.
does this.
Whoa.
Whenever I do that, it goes all crazy on me. I don't know what's happening here.
What? Where? Oh.
There it is. Bloop, bloop.
Enhance. Enhance.
No.
Enhance some more.
There we go.
Enhance some more.
Bloop. Ah!
Keep going.
The scary kid.
Up.
Every time you enhance it, it doubles down.
See,
I feel like this badging right here is like Belvedere.
Belvedere.
That looks very dodgy to me.
Oh, it looks very Chevy to me. Looks like a Chevelle. But
I don't know.
yeah, you're right. The fenders are too high up. So
wait, this Jim. Do you think in 70s Belvedere, maybe late 60s?
Maybe.
We're gonna do a secondary search.
Are those zoomies above the front wheels?
Yes.
Yeah, they're going straight up into this cutout here.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
I feel like with the amount of people and the fact that it has like a truck bed with 4 people in it, it's got to be a big 70s car.
Are we going to talk about the machine gun?
Mopar. Oh yeah, I mean it's Wasteland Weekend, so you got to have fake machine guns.
I don't know if that one's fake.
Well, it's decommissioned. It's missing the fire
real one at that event.
If it's in Nevada, you could totally have a real one.
He's not wrong. You're not wrong.
That could totally be okay if it's Nevada or Texas. In fact,
Well,
there's probably Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably a tank over there somewhere.
That's not what I want.
Oh, there's one with a helicopter on it. It looks like a twin Huey.
That's not good. Why are you not showing me what I want to see, Google?
Well,
that's definitely a Nova with a Huey on it.
With a Huey on a note? What?
No, that's like, a Bell. That might be a
I
Bell.
feel like Mongrels is looking at something way cooler.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing over there.
Looking at something.
I knew how, but I don't know how.
I feel like we've kind of exhausted our movie car topic.
Have we now?
Have we?
So let's circle back around.
Yeah,
what is your favorite car show?
Oh. I'm going to have to say BBC Top Gear.
Yep.
Like
okay,
before he punched him in the mouth.
Yes.
Okay, we got to reel that back in just a little bit. I'm saying specific car that made a show that was a TV show.
Oh, did I go too fucking on?
Yeah, you went too generic. You was like, it's a car show.
It is a car. It is the car show. It is literally the best iteration of it.
I know,
and it has not been done better since.
There's no opinions there. It's. I want to.
There's no opinions.
They had a
because
car.
We all agree with it doesn't mean it's no opinion.
No opinion. A show that had a car, and that car made it a good
on
show.
A curve. If everyone gets it right, we throw it out of here.
I'm being very specific here. You listen. It's a show with a car that made it a good show.
The car has to make the show.
The car has to be a character in the show, is what you're trying to say.
Well, it has to be the show,
or it has to be the main character.
Yep.
I feel like you're really narrowing that down to what? How many movies were the car, or how many shows where the car is the main character are there?
Knight Rider.
I mean, look, the answer to the question is the General Lee. I mean.
Yeah, there's another one. Dukes of
Hazzard, Knight Rider, Hardcastle and McCormick,
Viper
Guy,
A-Team,
Viper.
No, you could also go with the Ferrari 308 from
Magnum PI.
So I will tell you, you know what is in common for every show we've just said? They're all from the same. They're all from the same time period.
They're all from the same person.
And mustaches is actually a very good.
Don't forget about the Miami Vice Ferraris. They were
when they remake, am I thinking did they remake Miami Vice? Starsky and Hutch. There's another one. What's the one? What's the one that had the Cadillac Eldorado blue? What was that show?
Eldorado.
Blue Cadillac Eldorado. It was in a TV show.
No idea. You want to talk about what was it? What was the CUDA one for Nash Bridges? Was that the show?
Yeah, Nash Bridges had a Cadillac. There you go.
Cadillac?
That was the show. Yep.
No, he had a CUDA.
He did, but there was also a Cadillac in that show.
Oh, was there?
Well, pretty much any show with Don
CUDA.
Johnson had some type of car in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, okay, Home Improvement then. If I'm going to be obscure.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Because he builds that freaking car the whole damn time.
Yes, he does. And, he has the hot rod the whole time.
And they destroy that wagon in the and everyone lost their shit in real life.
Nomad.
Whatever.
Stop talking right now.
I just know it was a big thing.
Wagon? No, if it was a wagon, nobody would have cared.
We forgot one of the biggest car shows out there. Didn't even mention it. Didn't even mention Herbie. Poor Herbie.
Oh, Herbie's not a thing. I mean, you gotta have a car.
Was that a show or a movie?
The only reason they brought that car to life is so they could. Oh, I bet it was a show too.
It was. It totally was.
You know, it was a show. They made a series. They probably made a cartoon series out of that.
I remember when they dumped that thing.
Everybody knows the number on it, right?
69.
No. That would be the.
53.
Yeah.
53. Come on.
That's how I will remember.
What I remember. I always remember Herbie as taken as well as he gives.
You put the demonetized back up there, would you?
Yep, that's not helping us right now. I can tell you that much.
I'm gonna say it's the same number as Jim is old. Are you at 53 now, Jim?
Hey now. No, I'm not 53.
Hey, now.
Wow.
I'm older than I already am.
Shots fired.
Deflect.
Oh.
And it wasn't me this time. Normally, I'm the one that makes the old jokes.
Well, you hadn't made one, and I wasn't feeling.
I was trying to reform.
I was
trying to reform myself. You know, to turn over a new leaf, not make an old joke.
I mean,
yeah, thanks.
How old that leaf is.
All right, so I'll offer up another car from a show. The Al Bundy's Dodge from Married with Children.
Oh yes.
Oh, that is pretty iconic.
Do you actually? You don't see it.
Yeah, you do. Well, you don't see it a lot.
You don't.
My favorite is
like
when
it's talked about way more than you actually see the car ever in the show, which I think it's good
because half the episodes have him pushing the car into the garage on his way home.
Yeah.
And did you ever see the one where the car wash lost his car?
No.
Oh my Lord, that was funny.
To be fair, my parents watched those and they were just kind of on all the time. And I can't say that I paid attention.
And we all know there's no Dodge going a million miles. So
now of that era, that thing would have rusted. It'd have been tires and rust.
Well, you see, when he lost his car, first of all, he brought the key into him. And he pulls the screwdriver out, puts it on the counter. Here's the key.
The Vista Cruiser.
Oh yeah,
that alone, I feel, made a lot of wagons way more valuable after that car became popular.
Really? Well, I mean, I guess.
My parents had one of those station wagons when I was much younger.
Guess they should.
It's
that exact wagon.
It's a Plymouth. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. That makes it better. It would definitely go a million miles as a Plymouth.
Yeah.
Said no one ever.
So
it's a Plymouth.
In the car wash episode, they were going to get him a new car because they had lost his car, and then someone.
Did you watch this episode like last night?
No.
All right,
I remember. I used to watch
we talked about it, so he has the synopsis next to him. He's reading it right now.
Yeah. No, I don't. I just remember it because they were going to buy him a new car, and they were just about to give him the check when they found his car. And what had happened is it was now a red car instead of a brown car.
Because they had washed it.
Because they washed it.
I knew it was a brown car.
You know what? Come to think of it, I do remember buying a brown car or a red car or something like that, right? But he's never washed it before.
That's hilarious.
That was a good one.
MacGyver and the YJ.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't remember anything about MacGyver other than the MacGyver stuff.
No.
I do remember. So the only reason I remember MacGyver is because when I started watching Stargate when I was younger, I'm like, "Hey, that's MacGyver," but I never watched MacGyver.
Yeah.
So
I feel like also like
a blue #57 Chev convertible.
Really?
Did they ever do like a MacGyver and A-Team crossover type thing? Was that ever, or are those even at the same time?
Is it the same universe? You're saying?
Yeah. Would that be like? I feel like, just from my little limited knowledge of both series of watching when I was a child and reruns and whatnot, like I feel like that could be a grouping that would work for.
It says MacGyver and A-Team shows up on a thing here.
There was another one called The Highwayman that was about
that's a good movie.
There was a TV show called that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And he drove a semi truck with a camouflage light warping thing on it.
Yeah, I have seen that.
Light warping.
So basically, he could go into a stealth mode in his semi truck, and he had a like a sawed off shotgun as his sidearm.
Why that? I swear, there's a whole season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that is that exact same premise. They have a semi truck that can warp through worlds and it camouflages. Like, I swear to God, it's the exact same plot you just said.
I think it was called The Highwayman. Anyway,
this is a crazy looking semi thing, though. What is this thing I'm looking at?
Oh, now he wants to build.
Hey, Mongrels, don't you have a kit, Firebird?
Well, I got a third gen, but it's an 88, so no, I don't.
So this semi is very phallic looking in nature.
Well, that's why you're so interested in it.
Has a lot of the cockpit is a helicopter.
Yes, he could. Yeah, it would come into a helicopter.
I love it. I love it when you start off with phallic in nature and then go straight to the cockpit.
Yeah, it's all about the cockpit.
Are you gonna tell us how big it is now?
I mean, it's black.
You start the measuring thing again.
Jesus Christ!
And it has the ability to disappear.
Demonetized again.
We haven't been remonetized, so it's definitely not demonetized again.
So here's what we're doing with this. I don't know what weird copter contraption semi thing they built here, but it's something to see.
Oh, that is definitely a helicopter off the front.
And that is definitely you see what I'm seeing now. Like,
look at the engine intake.
I feel like this is tactical version of the Wienermobile.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. I was thinking, you pull the Wienermobile up and put them next to each other.
Is that that's a trailer on the back? So it pivots. It just has the Is it flames on one side and not on the other? Or
I feel like this is a TV show version, and this is a remake version down here. Like, this is the one we take to shows because no one cares.
Okay.
I don't know what they built. This took a lot of money to build, and I feel like this show failed because I've never heard of it.
Well, and you know what the best part is? Where you would sit in the helicopter to drive, there's obviously someone actually driving it behind you. Like the actors who would be in the front for the shots.
Well, that would make it a perfect filming vehicle, though.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Tim Russ was in it?
I don't.
That's Tuvok from Star Trek.
Obscure name.
Oh man, that guy! I haven't seen him in years.
Who's Tim Russ?
It's Tuvok from Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, Star Trek nerd.
You're gonna have to.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
That didn't narrow it down for us.
He's the Vulcan that on the bridge of the Voyager there.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Vulcan, I'm aware of it.
Yeah, Spock's the only one I know.
Spocky.
There's other Vulcan. I thought he was the only one.
Oh, so this is totally another kind of semi. Here we go. This is pretty cool.
Tesla truck. Oh, that's where they got the idea, Fox. He says name dropping.
Name dropping. So, see this little guy?
Well, it's all Glenn Larson shows. Yeah.
This is where they would drive from, essentially, and with the helicopter kind of above it.
Well, like I said, that is a tug for doing things at airports.
And this is what they used. Highwayman TV series. This is what they used as the lower half of that semi.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then they could drive from the bottom.
Oh, they were driving underneath it. Yeah.
Yep.
But you see,
go back to the picture. The grill looked really funny. That's what I was wondering. They had big slits in it. That makes more sense.
All these were on when, like, Knight Rider, Highwayman. What was that?
Get out of here.
They're just all these shows were on at the same time, right?
Yes, it is just like we said before. Once one show comes out, then they all kind of compete against each other.
Damn it. I do know who you're talking about now.
What? He's the black. Oh, I do know. God, racism.
I know.
Racism.
I was avoiding that.
That's all you had to say.
But as soon as she said it, I was like, oh, yeah, no, totally that guy. Jesus Christ.
I don't even watch Star Trek, and I'm like,
no, I don't either.
Say was Black Spock.
Totally know what you're talking about now.
Black Spock. Got it.
That's terrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot about Riptide.
Oh, I never heard of that one.
What?
No.
But of course, the S10 Blazer convertible just reminds me of Jaws and the square body Blazer. It was a complete convertible.
Oh, you're talking about weird convertible cars or whatever. What about the Thomas Crown affair with the freaking dually Mustang thing?
I have no idea.
Okay, so the green Mustang that Richard Rollins has, that's a convertible with a cage, that's from a movie called the Thomas Crown Affair, and in the movie it was a dually. I'm pretty sure. Or what? I'm pretty sure.
I believe you on everything but the dually part.
I want to say they had it as a dually.
Pretty weird.
Yeah, I'd like to see.
I know the Ford in the scene. There's that car and a Ford that has a dual. It's a dual axle in the back Ford Ranger, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah,
that comes up behind it.
I'm seeing a lot of Mustang that looks exactly like the Richard Rollins one. I'm not seeing any of this dual action 6-wheel craziness you talk about.
Well, it's not 6 wheels. It's just dualies. Well,
it is indeed 6 wheels. Every dually is
2 axles, not 3 axles.
All right,
but not dual. Okay, maybe I'm right.
Been doing a little train spotting over there, Wasted.
Yeah,
I bet 3 axles. I know where Wasted comes from. Right?
He's a little confused about his axle gender.
It doesn't have dual tires on the back of it anywhere, huh?
I don't see anything with dual tires. Oh, that's hideous. What are we doing here?
What?
People build replicas of these cars in so many forms and fashions that are hideous.
Oh yeah.
See, I only knew of the Richard Rollins one, so
throw it up on the screen here.
Oh
God,
that's not good.
No.
What's the ugliest Mustang you've ever seen? That one now.
It looks like he put 15-inch wheels on it.
Well, yeah, you'd have to. You got to put them mud grippers on there.
That's
oh boy. Oh boy.
Man.
That's not right.
That's not. I didn't know you could make one look that bad. Like, that's a pretty good looking car without all that done to it.
It doesn't even look like a real car anymore.
It's not lifted enough either.
They put wheel flares on it and like, oh.
It looks like it's like a plastic toy.
Go up a few more inches. That's weird.
Oh boy.
Why did I think this thing was a dually in the movie?
I'm not sure what you thought there. Oh my!
Oh, it gets worse.
It's different angles don't help it.
See, the original doesn't look that bad.
No, the original. I can accept the original, though. But this one's not good.
Well, Richards is a replica of the movie.
Well,
it's not even the one from the movie.
Who said it was?
No. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
And he made a replica of his replica.
Oh,
you're pretty intent on finding that dually Mustang, aren't you?
He is. He's over here just like, I'm looking for it.
Google proved me right.
I'm looking for that dually with 4 wheels.
Oh, I was looking for a shot of actually in the movie because I could see tons of shots of Richard's car, but actual like movie.
Yeah, because no one cares about that movie.
I just got a chance to meet him and Aaron Kaufman way back when.
Way back.
Yes, this was during when they had the Bull Run, and it departed from Calgary.
Yeah,
and it was so far back that Mr. Kaufman didn't even have his beard at that time.
And they were really brosing it up, huh?
Back before they got too like big names or whatever.
I do feel like Kaufman kind of his venturing away from that show probably was good for him. Great, they gave him some stuff, but he very quickly fizzled after that. On a broader scale, I mean, I'm probably doing something behind the scenes.
He might have fizzled out of the spotlight, but I think he's still very relevant.
Yes, I think he's still very relevant in his industry, but he did not stay relevant in.
But I met Mr. Angry at that same event too. He's very nice actually.
Who? What?
You don't know who Mr. Angry is?
I don't.
Never heard of him. Oh, it's a Jeep 6x6.
Mr. Angry.
So we went from Mustang to Jeep.
The car behind him wasn't a Ford; it was a Jeep with a 6x6. But I'm still not giving up on this thing. It had dual tires. I'm watching the video of it now in the movie.
So who's Mr. Angry?
I believe Mike Musto. I believe is his actual name.
Musto.
Oh yeah, he does.
That guy. I know that guy. He does that
Hemmings,
hot rod.
Hemmings Magazine.
The House of Muscle.
Podcast.
He had his Charger.
Yes.
I had a good chat with him. He's really nice.
I do like that guy. Yeah, I like to watch him. I used to watch him more, and then I don't watch him anymore, so I don't really know.
He works for Hemmings now. Hemmings Magazine. He does a podcast for him. That's like all he does.
He does really decent reviews on stuff where he isn't like really one-sided on anything. He gives everything kind of a good shake, I guess. That's why I kind of appreciate his stuff.
I like listening to his podcast.
Yeah.
So this whole shot's not good enough quality. I swear there's a dually underneath the back of that. Like they wide tub it, and it's two skinny tires in there. I'm telling you, but if you go to the movie, I watched the whole clip, and you can't tell. It's so blurry. It's not a good enough quality.
I feel like you being able to remember that there was dual wheels underneath there and holding on to that information like it's important to you. I feel like I didn't make that up. Like, because it was something so weird. Like, that car is weird to begin with, and then having a dual tire stuffed under the back was just even more weird. That's why I'm. What's the name of the movie again?
That would be weird.
The Thomas Crown Affair.
The Thomas Crown Affair. Well,
they have a IMDb for cars, where you can look up cars by the movie.
You are just looking for action. What kind of action are we looking for?
I don't know what's going on there.
I was a little confused.
Huh.
I was actually kind of hoping. I was kind of hoping.
Account name.
I was kind of hoping. It's not very.
All right, moving on.
Oh, moving on. I would have let that pass and not really looked too hard.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I was just going to let it go.
I obviously missed something. Dang it!
Keep missing it.
It's just
fine.
It's fine.
Oh, the Thomas Crown Affair had James Bond guy in it.
Yeah, it was. It's actually a pretty decent movie.
Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor.
No.
Deep.
Is that actually a thing, though, Jim?
It's actually a thing. Yeah, there is
a
movie car IMDb.
So this has an articulating rear. It is not a dually. It's just a dual axle.
On the Jeep thing.
Yes. This Jeep has been reused.
Yeah, but for some reason I remember something about the rear that being like a really wide amount of tire behind the back of that Mustang, and it's two wheels. I thought, but over my because he's a Kiwi from underneath. He's down low over the head. No,
all right.
Yeah, trust me, it works. It's one of those low.
So many levels.
So yeah, that works even better.
There's a lot of Doom buggy in this movie too. Like, what is up with this Volkswagen Doom buggy being such a?
They go to a tropical place for just let it go. I can't let it go, man.
There's an FC in here. I don't know.
So that new show on Netflix that I was talking about, the Tex-Mex Motors.
Okay.
They made a Dune buggy. And they put the General Motors 2.4 liter in it. It's kind of interesting.
I feel like General Motors paid for that.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Oh, they have a mini, or not a mini. This is a Nash Metropolitan.
Those are cool.
I like this. This is a thing.
What are you?
I'm gonna have to go watch this show now. Dig it.
Which show are you talking about?
This
Get
Tex-Mex.
Smart. We didn't bring up Get Smart.
Is that a car movie?
Yeah, I say it is.
I don't think I've actually really ever watched Get
I don't think I have either. I know that Dwayne The Rock Johnson
from...
was on it, and they made fun of him for being on there.
Yeah, but that was like remakes and shit. They did obviously the original Get Smart and all that.
I feel like it was a spy show, right?
Yeah, but it's like the spy isn't really that smart type of thing, right?
Yeah, I never watched it.
Missed it by that much. That's where that comes from.
Is it?
I think Fox is onto something with that Metropolitan limo.
But he drove a Sunbeam Tiger in that show. That's what I'm calling
it. Sunbeam Tiger is a Cobra, isn't it?
Pre-Cobra.
No, pre-Cobra.
But it is the Cobra, right?
No.
Sunbeam Tiger. Am I thinking about this wrong?
I think it's just
that's a Cobra.
It's what turned into a Cobra.
Yeah, they lifted some ideas from
it. No, it was like the foreign version of an AC Cobra. Right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm wrong, but that's fine.
Starlinked.
Got linked by the stars.
Oh, did I get Starlinked?
I did.
Oh.
He did.
I've been Starlinked like 20 times tonight.
I know I've heard Sunbeam Tiger. Sunbeam Tiger is an AC Cobra with a different body. Essentially.
Right.
Sure.
Well, I'm just saying.
Is this going to be your Thomas Crown Affair thing?
It's not a Thomas Crown Affair. It's facts.
There's a lot of books written about Cobras.
Speaking of facts, I was really hoping our mathematics buddy would show up tonight to tell us some more about distance and speed.
But distance and speed. He didn't show up. He should have.
He didn't make it into the chat tonight.
Maybe he's not subscribed.
He probably is.
You can only hope. So evidently, when you watch a video, you can justify the speed of an object based on how quickly it moves across the video, not knowing any variables like how fast is the video being played, the distance in which the video is being filmed by perspective. But hey, science stuff.
Yeah, it's an easy. How do you say it? Easily calculated. That's what he said.
Easily calculated.
Yeah, it was way off.
And you just can't even go over 45 mile an hour in water. That's crazy talk.
No, it's crazy talk.
Crazy talk for sure.
He missed that Hydra Skiff episode.
Comments. I don't normally engage with commenters, but I had one today.
I feel like I completely missed something there.
Oh, well, you did, because we don't respond to terrorism.
Yeah, we don't normally engage commenters who. So basically, I put a video up and it said something to the effect of, what was it, flying or cooking. And dude's like, that's not cooking at all. Maybe 45 miles an hour. And I'm like,
this is a boat on water, mind you.
Boat on water. Well, hydrofoil. So he's literally kneeling on a piece of plywood with a 50cc freaking Evinrude out back, just cooking you down the road. And they get up close to 80 miles an hour. And that's what I said. I was like, they go near 80. And he's like, it's simple equation. In the math and time he goes by, it would be 45 best. And but there's no way to know what the distance is to do that equation. Like, so I responded with
C minus A makes R, and he knows none of those letters. So I don't know how I'm saying he's making this math work.
And so I said, I didn't even go that deep. I just, one question, how did you get that very easy calculation done without the distance? And he's yet to respond to me.
Okay, fair enough.
So I was hoping he was going to come in and have a mathematical debate with me on the difference of 45, which he's claiming they're doing, and 70, which I'm claiming.
That speed is relative.
What?
Relative.
It is, and 50 miles an hour on water is
that
moving.
Hurts. That will hurt.
Yeah. Well, not only does it hurt, but when you're on the water doing it, it feels like you're flying. It's I take my little outboard out, and it does about 40K, 50K, which is maybe 35 miles an hour. Yeah,
and it feels like it's moving pretty good. Like you think you're going good, but you're only doing 35 miles an hour.
And you're sitting, in a boat that you're like kind of like in a seat and strapped in. These dudes are kneeling on a essentially a piece of plywood, and just sounds like a jet fire. Like, get out of here. TIE fighter.
TIE fighter. Now we've combined mentioning Star Trek and Star Wars in the same live. So officially nerds. Officially nerds.
We are so done.
That's the part that made us nerds?
Yep. You've mentioned them both in the same space. So
are you going for the crunching now?
Jim's gonna pull it back around for us.
Are we ready for the final one here?
When did
as long as we stay on Star Wars theme and you say no.
This is not the first time you've gotten a milkshake during a live.
How do you get a milkshake during a I'm perplexed.
It's a milkshake thing. Show us the crunch.
Is that a Dairy Queen milkshake?
No.
It is
Dairy Queen.
Okay, this one is also not broken, says share into power.
So I guess that's his thing, is share into power, huh?
DQ milkshake.
I feel like you got the
DQ.
I feel like you got the better tonight.
Yeah, what the crap?
Oh, all right. Well, this is
no one brought me Dairy Queen.
This has Rice Krispies in it. Apparently.
Oh yeah, Crunch was the way to go.
Yeah, Crunch was
Is that what's in them? Is Rice Krispies? Is that what makes it a Crunch?
Yeah, that's what's in it.
I don't eat Crunch anything.
Really?
So, no.
Crunch everything, bud. That's
Crunch,
the best candy. Oh yeah, hands down. Yep. Not even.
It's like have a good crunch.
Tastes like a Nestle Crunch bar.
I don't think any of them taste different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're probably just repackaging somebody else's stuff.
I will say that the Crunch is my favorite of the three, and it does have a lot of Rice Krispies in it.
That's good. I mean, if you want it to be crunchy, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well,
yeah, definitely a good one.
We can it's been 2 hours. I don't want to keep everyone all night on this thing now, especially we have candy and freaking ice cream that I didn't get. Like, who gets Dairy Queen? It doesn't get some for everybody. I mean, that's just rude.
Well, now I want Dairy Queen. I really do want to go for a drive and get a milkshake now.
Yeah, I missed out on the drive part, but I got the shake. So.
I feel like you got the best part of that, yeah.
Then how much you enjoy the drive.
Do not put Fox's comments
up. What?
Do not put
Fox
his
is once again trying to get us demonetized.
Wow. Like we are definitely keeping that one off. I feel like somebody should put user in timeout. Oh, no, I'll be nice. All right, everybody. I appreciate everyone coming. Everyone been in the comments. Dean as normal, Fox. I know we had some new people in here and there. I'm pretty sure Don was from your camp there, right, Midnight? Appreciate you coming in. And then there was that one guy that, I don't know how you say that, but thanks, Biff. Buffer. Probably kill him at. What do you guys got?
Yellow Power Ranger. We'll just call them Yellow Power Ranger.
I don't know if I can get behind just calling him Yellow. I like Biff. We're going to stay with Biff. Biffer. What do you guys got coming up this week? What's it looking like for you moving forward?
New locker for the Camaro, so that's going to try to go back together this weekend.
Oh, nice. How about you guys down there? Any big plans?
I'm still. You go, Jim.
Everybody at once.
Everyone talk. No one talk.
I'll tell you what, Mongrel, why don't you go?
Oh, all right. Well, I'm doing the SRT Jeep Grand Cherokee, trying to get that ready for an inspection.
The thing's not gone yet?
No, it's bent. I have to unbend it.
You were going to hook it to a tree last we talked. It was just going to yank. It was going to be done.
I had time. Work. We're still working on the Parisienne, cleaning up the engine bay and gutting the interior. Doing the Monte Carlo. Working on that still. And then I'm going to be hauling the Mach 1 out and putting a vintage air system in it.
Ooh, nice. I have decided in life, everything has to have air. I've become too old, and being hot is just no good to me.
I don't like being hot either. Being some fat slob. That's what I like.
I swear to God, if you guys get this limo and I have to go do this because you funded this, I'm gonna be so upset about it. I'm just gonna be angry fat man in the back of the limo.
I think not only should dudes get the limo, but all of us go road tripping in it and do our live stream.
Oh my God, that is the most uncomfortable thought I've had all day.
I think it needs to be parked somewhere with boom mics, and a live needs to happen.
I swear to God, if you don't get the AC working, there's no way my big fat sweaty ass is stuffing in there with you guys to do any sort of podcast in there. No, we're gonna call that the Swamp Nut podcast. Ugh.
I think we'll all be trying to drive the thing, so we don't have to sit in the back.
Yeah, no one wants to not drive.
Like, I'll drive. I volunteer.
You know what? We'll go through the Dairy Queen and I'll get milkshakes and deal with being lactose intolerant.
In that situation, because of the actual privacy glass wall that rolls up and down, do you order and actually take your orders from the big back window in the back?
No, I feel like the driver has to order for us at the Dairy Queen, but then the driver doesn't get to stop there. You have to pull forward so we interact to get the stuff. Yeah.
So the driver orders, and then everyone in the back just gets the food. Nice.
Yeah.
Hands on the card. Card comes back, and he's like, "I'm going to give you your drinks now." No. Those are for the back. I'm just here to pay. I just drive for it.
Well, I feel like you don't pay because you're the help. We pay. That's why you would pull. Like, we don't talk to the people what we want. You do, but we pay them because we have the money.
Yeah,
that's how limo stuff works, right?
Home, James.
Well, I think we're gonna find out.
So, within said limo, it has a limo driver's hat laying on the seat.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, of course it does. I'm not wearing the hat.
The hat's the sketchiest looking part of the whole thing. So,
that I find hard to believe because I've seen pictures inside and out of this thing.
I think whoever's driving has to wear the hat.
Yeah.
I vote at least a 6-inch top hat. So,
you're not going to fit in there with a 6-inch top hat.
I know, but I feel like it needs to be there.
Stupid.
It's for getting out and opening doors.
Oh my God. You gotta get out and put it on, and then you do realize that whoever's driving is just not gonna come let anyone out of it, right? We're just gonna be hotboxing in the back of there, dying.
Do you have to wear a monocle when you let people out too? So the top hat and the monocle?
We've talked about monocles. Apparently they're hard to get.
It paralyzes your eye, yeah.
And they paralyze your face.
Yeah,
but
need the monocle on a stick.
When you're opening the door and letting people out.
Yep. Yeah, you're only monocling for
opera monocle. Just
Oh my God. This doesn't get any. This gets worse and worse the more we talk about it.
Yeah.
On that note, we're going to
one more.
I won't. All right.
Suit coats with pinned on tails, because we don't want a full on tux. We just want some trashy, suit coat with
there is.
You know what? And we can get the t-shirts.
Yeah, no, the t-shirt I could get behind.
No, we get the t-shirts with the tux and the tie painted on.
Okay.
And then add tails.
Okay, to a t-shirt, sure, whatever. I'm not putting anything on that puts us hotter in this frickin'. There's no way I would believe you that AC works in that piece. There's no way. I will not buy it until it's doing it.
It has air ride.
Just because it has air ride doesn't mean it's not 1,000,000,000 degrees in the back seat of that wool blanket. I looked at the inside. The inside of that thing looks like jeans and velour.
It has good tint. It doesn't get hot in there.
I don't believe you at all. All right. On that note, we'll see you guys next week. Maybe Friday, maybe Saturday. We don't know. And if anyone goes to see Dude